Hey, welcome back everybody. Just sitting next to the reef tank here in my family room. Just turned the lights on. Everything's kind of waking up. Hey fishes. This is the view of the tank from sitting in my chair. Got a little bit of blue, a little bit of white. And fresh water, fresh water. Let's go check out the other reef tank. Yep, everything's waking up. Lights have only been on for about a half an hour. Yeah, so I'm thinking about separating these channels into 2 or maybe even 3 different channels because, you know, I'm into reefing. We've got these 2 reef tanks. We love obviously the freshwater as well. And, you know, we have all these tanks, but in addition to, what we have here, the pond is going, not actually open, but it's got the bubblers and the de-icers for the winter. So I'm wondering what you guys think about separating this video experience into maybe 2 or 3 different channels. Maybe do one channel for freshwater, one channel for reef tanks, and then one channel for the pond. So let me know what you think in the comment section about that. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if everybody in the fish world appreciates all 3 components, being freshwater, saltwater, and pond. So here's the pond. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's actually around 55 right now here in the Midwest. So it is a sunny, wonderful day, what I would call a sunderful day. And here is you can still see there's ice on the top of the pond. I'm actually going to do what I did yesterday and turn on these waterfalls to get some water circulating. You can see the fish at the bottom of the pond. You know, this water is completely normal for this time of the year. The ecosystem is phenomenal. This is a 5-foot deep pond on this side, and on that side it is 3.5 feet deep, and you can see the fish all the way to the bottom. And they've pretty much been laying there for 3.5, 4 months, hibernating. They're loving that aeration. So there's lots of oxygen in the water. And of course the de-icers. So it's really important to keep your fish in a good environment during the winter. And I would strongly recommend, if you have a pond, or if you're thinking about getting a pond, to have your pond aerated. It's good to have the de-icer because it keeps the ice melted at the top. This one here is a little bit different because it only heats up in the middle, and that's where the air and the oxidation takes place, where you're getting a good mix of oxygen into the water, and also it allows for the gas exchange to come out through the bottom of the pond up through that hole when it heats up. So it does the trick. This bar that you see here that goes across the pond, and the string that goes across there, I just took the other one out moments ago, is for a net. And the only reason that we put a net up is because of the leaves in the fall. And I had the same thing here, but I already took it down. Last thing you want to do is get leaves in your pond. And as you can see, probably towards the bottom of the pond, you know, some leaves get in there. But every spring you have to do your clean out. And we have a vacuum that we come out and get the vacuum in there, clean all of the debris out. And there's not much, as you can see. There's a few leaves at the bottom. You can pretty much see the fish. So everything is looking absolutely fantastic on this wonderful day. And I think I will turn on these waterfalls again just to get the air and the oxygen moving. If it wasn't 55 degrees already today, I probably would not do that. Let me turn that on. It's hard to do this one-handed. I'm going to set the phone down for a second. So this is kind of a pre-spring review, and I'll be posting more videos as to how to officially open the pond, what's required, the filtration that we use, some of the maintenance that has to be done. Then later on, you know, late spring, probably around Mother's Day, when we buy our plants, we'll position the plants strategically to make it look pretty. It pretty much looks like it's always been here from a aesthetic perspective. So once we get our plants planted and we get our fires going and we have all of the lights going, it's very much dramatically different than what you're seeing today. I think I'm going to turn that waterfall on again today. Yeah, so we'll get the water moving again. You can see it's hitting the ice on top. That ice for the rest of the afternoon, with the sun pounding on the ice, will melt away. And then once the water warms up and it's consistent, the fish will let you know when it's time to start paying attention to them. You know, my experience is that normally when it's about 39 degrees or above, they'll start to swim up. They'll start looking for food. We don't usually do anything until it's above 40 anyway, even if they don't come up. And then in a future video, I'll post, you know, what we dose in the pond. Usually when it stays consistently, and I'm talking about water temperatures, and I'm talking about water temperatures for the entire pond from bottom to top, is above 55. The water temperature will be above 55 degrees. we'll start dosing beneficial bacteria. Typically what I do to battle the algae, which by the way, this is good. This is really good. That's beautiful. It's exactly what you want in a pond. But this will be treated with an algicide, and it will compete with the beneficial bacteria that'll be put in the water, and this water will be crystal clear. So I'll show you the progression throughout the season as to how that works. And then pretty much after that, you put it on autopilot for the summer. Just keep up with maintenance. Speaking of which, maintenance-wise, what I always do is 2 major water changes in the spring. So before we start putting beneficial bacteria in the pond, before we start feeding, we will actually do a third of a pond water change, meaning a third of the pond would be drained out, and we will start watering all of our bushes and shrubs. The plants love the nutrients, and as you can see, we have an abundance of plants and shrubs that love this water. So you can kind of recycle the water. And this is why we have to have nets over the pond every fall, because every single one of these leaves on these trees, somehow or another, finds their way in this pond. And the components that we use to protect the pond from the leaves, with this bar, that string, and a net that is held up by the support. This will come down, by the way, in the next couple of weeks. So for the next couple of videos, you'll probably still see this bar, but this will definitely come down. And then we've got 2 bars that go over, they're just PVC bars that go over this section of the pond with another string, and you lay the net right over the construction. And the PVC piping is really strong, holds it up really well. And really all I do is put a stake like this. And this goes probably 12 inches into the ground, and then I slip the PVC pipe right over this. It flexes, goes to the other side, which I have another one on the other side that holds up this side. Here it is here. You slip that PVC right over that. It's sturdy as a rock, supports all the leaves. Usually too in the fall time, the blue heron, before they fly south for the winter, decide to make a visit to the pond. So that netting really helps stop the blue heron from eating our fish. So it's a multi beneficial substance for the pond for us when you put that PVC over the water with a net, because it keeps the birds away, keeps any other predators away, and it also protects the pond from leaves falling in the water. So you can see there's very, very limited amount of leaves in there. So, you know, we do this every year. It makes for spring cleanup a breeze. And as you can see, you know, for some reason to me the fish get bigger over the winter. And I don't know why, because you would think that they don't grow as much as they would in the summer when you're feeding. And when they start coming, like you can see this monster, we call him Goliath. He is over 2 feet long. Beautiful, beautiful koi fish. He's orange, black, and red. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful fish. We have a couple other real big ones in there too. So yeah, if you're finding this helpful, please hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. I'll be shooting as many videos as I can. And like I said before, if you guys feel like there's a need to separate a pond video channel from a freshwater and saltwater reef tank video channel, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep them all combined, and there'll be a variety of different fish keeping, aquarium keeping, and reef keeping videos on one channel. So, that's going to be it for this Sunderful day. We will see you next time. Remember, guys, anybody can build a pond, but it takes somebody special to keep one.